Hello everyone and welcome to a professional match of StarCraft 2. In the upper right corner of the map, 2,000 atmospheres. Joining me is the red Zerg Reynor. And his blue Terran opponent in the bottom left corner, none other than HeroMarine. Terran versus Zerg, the classic. Bugs versus humans. Ooh. A composition, a chorus that everyone can get behind, even Protoss. You might be thinking, even Protoss? Really? Why are Protoss supporting this? If they're slaughtering each other, they're probably not going to fight the Protoss, are they? There you go. Both players opening up with what looks to be very normal, very boring openers here. A hatch, followed by a gas. And a spawning pool at some point. Right about now. There we go. Alright, and the Terran side we have a barracks, a refinery. Will it be a Reaper though? Terrans can open up Marine or Reaper. Or will it be something even more sinister? It is not. What could be more sinister than that? Maybe a tech lab? A marauder? Not usually the pick if you're putting the barracks on this side of the map, though. Reynor doing his due diligence, checking around for any proxy business. We'll go to the Overlord action cam. How action-packed. Yes, I do agree with you. This one is on the other side, though, ready to do some scouting. Mule called down economy is setting up for both of these players. Not likely to see some action anytime soon, but the question will be, what compositions are we going to be looking at? Both of these players, they are flexible with what they can do. They're both very high level, very solid players. We do see a reactor after the Marine, so HeroMarine's completely negating the early scouting. He's trusting Reynor to not do something cheesy. Reynor is not, but he could have. There is that risk. There's always that risk. It's probably less likely at this level compared to something like Diamond League, where nobody has to make sense. You can just do whatever you want. You see Battle Cruiser Widow Mine composition. It makes everybody go, what? Why are you who does that, right? Not likely to see anything too absurd here. The most absurd thing I've seen so far is actually that HeroMarine is producing Hellions off of a naked factory, meaning no add-on, of course. And he's producing a lot of Marines off that reactored barracks, so likely to see a drop, it looks like, with the medevac, but possibly not a Hellion drop. If I had to guess, this is shaping up to be you run the Hellions into the natural, you drop the main base. It feels almost like a TvP build. You might see this against Protoss more commonly. Maybe that's the genius part of it, though, the strategy. Reynor won't be expecting you to think he's Protoss, will you? Who knows? Oh, they're doing a switcheroo. More Hellions? Is it more? Oh my word. When were you guys gonna tell me? There's a fusion core on the way. Does Reynor see it? OV speed finishes. It's over here. Oh, he does see it. He spots it, clicks on it. He knows, and he knows about this drop coming as well. Marine's gonna drop just off the edge of the creep. Hellions staved away from the third base by the knitting needles. A lot of Zerglings, and the Queen definitely gonna be able to shut all that down. Hellions join up with the Marines. Can they take down the line of Queen's energy? Is very low for all of these Queen's additional Hellions coming in. Will they even get one? No, it does not look like it. Queen's focusing down that medevac very nicely. Oh, they are going to get this poor Overlord, though. Battle cruisers, cattle bruisers. BC's on the way. Reynor, with possibly the best scout you could ever possibly hope for. Just sit the Overlord on top of the starport. How about that? Marines. They rendezvous with the injured medevac here. Lings, good. They're gonna get the surround. Can they do it? Oh, that's a lot of Hellions, though. I'm not actually sure they'll be able to do that. No, the Hellions are going to trade away. Marines get a jump on the Queen. She's going to drift away peacefully, and the drones are evacuated. Battlecruiser almost finished, and the Overlord is definitely going to spot it. Unlikely to get the hatchery. May not even get any drones. Reynor knows about it now. BC jumps over to the Zerg side of the base. I do want to point out behind this, HeroMarine is building more factories. We are going to see a mech composition. Ooh, how exciting. Battle crews are going to be staved off by a few queens. A group, a congregation of queens. They can handle that pretty easily. As I was saying here, additional factories, but there's still one on the reactor for a lot of Hellions. Cyclones. Is it Hellclone time? Oh, I haven't seen a Hellclone composition in a high-level match in quite a while. You see it pretty often on, the miserably low level of Metal Leagues because people think it's, I don't know, it's very micro-intensive. I don't like it personally, but maybe HeroMarine can make it work. Hellions do get into the third base here, kill off a couple drones, force a few roaches to spawn. Behind this, additional battle cruisers. Cyclone spotted via the death of the Overlord. Oh my word. He does get away. Does get away. What was the health? 16. 16 hit points. Skirting the edge of life and death. My gosh. This medevac still has not been repaired. The red health. Super medevac, of course. Additional battle cruisers coming. Cyclone lock-on upgrade almost here as well. And the force is just building. Dealing with Hellclone. I'm keen to see how Reynor deals with it. In my experience, you have to maintain a very mobile force to try and keep them at bay long enough for you to get lurkers. You have to get the ranged lurker hive tech upgrades later on. That'll really shut it down. But until then, it can be a bit of a frustrating struggle to deal with. The Hellclone's very annoying to fight against. This is a lot of queens with high energy. I do not blame the battle cruisers for not wanting to take that fight. Additional command center and factories are on the way. The scouting overseer seeing everything he needs to see. Blue flame coming too. Magfield accelerator finishing now, which makes it so that the Cyclone lock-on damage is doubled versus armored targets. Specifically armored corruptors make their presence known. A couple Yamato's gonna take out a few and the teleport goes home. Cyclones and Hellions doing everything they can. Beautiful transfuses going out on the queens. I don't think any of them were lost. Very nice. Ravagers being morphed. Perhaps corrosive bile. Micro will be needed. You can force the Cyclones to move around, maybe make them move back. While you move your forces back, you can break the lock-on tether. A good thought for sure. Reynor's just trying to get up more bases. He's getting everything he needs. Banelings, infestors, roach speed on the way as well. Roach speed, it feels a little late, actually. Although when you've got 12 queens, I'm not sure how important and critical the roaches are to the defense. Blue Flame Hellions up against Queen's roaches, not ideal. The Zerglings, though, they will not fare nearly as well, absolutely. There's a lot of Zergies keeping HeroMarine back. long enough to get up to 93 drones. Very nice. That's a healthy economy. Reynor going to be able to skyrocket up the tech tree into the hive. Where are the battle cruisers? What have they been up to? I think they've just been sitting back because of the corruptors. Haven't been able to do very much. Now we're at the tug of war with the Hellclone. Oh, surround a flank from the bottom right side. Hellclone's in danger, but the battle cruisers, now they have to contend with the corruptors, which means they're out of here. Sayonara, Hellclones. Good luck on your own. Roaches respond to the single ambitious Hellion. Hector, the Hellion, of course, very ambitious. He had dreams, he had wishes for a better life, but unfortunately he's going to meet his end. Hive tech on the way, and it looks like HeroMarine is going to transition into siege tanks. Getting those mech upgrades, which is not that important if you're just sticking on Cyclones, because most of the damage comes from the lock-on spell. Switching into tanks, though, those upgrades are very nice, very helpful. And with the amount of roaches that are in play, I have a feeling the siege tanks is going to be a good call. Unlike getting surrounded in the middle of the map. Not a good call. Battle cruisers will reign supreme here, though, at least until the corruptors get here. There's 4 BCs, too. No, that's still not enough. Oh no, he loses one. HeroMarine. I guess the teleport's on cooldown. Oh, loses a second one too. That is painful. And now the siege tank's gonna get surrounded, picked off by the Roach Ravager Ling composition. There's still 1 or 2 set up. The battlecruiser's teleport is not ready yet, so they are pinned down by these corruptors, and Reynor is making a very nice push into the Terran's base. SCVs pulled 4, 5, and counting, going down. Ravagers doing everything they can. Additional battlecruisers picked off the corruptors will get the 4th one as well, at the cost of all of the Zerg ground forces, though. I don't know. Losing every battle cruiser, there's none in play, and 19 SCVs. I'm inclined to say that was good for Reynor. I'm definitely feeling that. Having the Terran mech army reset, plus losing 19 SCVs. Yes, he's at 72. That's another statement, of course. He just lost 20 SCVs, bringing him down to a comfortable 72. Couple drones going to be picked off. Hellions will be cleaned up, but not before getting 8, potentially more over here. This is a good punch back. HeroMarine needs this. He needs little wins like this to get him back in the game. Oh, don't group up the drones. Banelings. Banelings versus Hellions. You wouldn't think they'd do that well, but even without Bane's speed, that went pretty nicely for the Zerg. I'm nervous. I'm nervous for the Terran here. Trying to transition into siege tanks and then losing the mech army plus some economy, that hurts. Mech has to be slow, steady, stable until you can build up that critical mass of units. Get into a nice entrenched position, and then the Zerg cannot break you. But Reynor's doing this. He's doing it very well. Ravager Baneling is the composition. I would have expected him to want to go Lurkers, maybe Lurker Viper versus this, but I stand corrected. This is going marvelously. Oh, lovely shot of the mules coming down. We're back to a lot of Cyclones, but 4 siege tanks at a time are being produced, so he's going to have a nice blend, a mixture of tank clone, Cyclank, tank clone. We'll go with tank clone. Definitely looking a bit better. He's got a nice chunk of army supply now, 113, thanks to the loss of more SCVs, but still. Now he can get into this position. He's got Hellbats, he's got Cyclones, he's got siege tanks, but does he have any hope against Reynor's Ravager Baneling swarm here? No, not Banelings, Biles. Very close word, actually. Biles connecting onto those siege tanks. Unfortunately, not good for the Terran. Battlecruiser number 6 gonna be picked off on that far right side. And with this not going terribly well, I'm not keen on keeping this position here, HeroMarine. Banelings, not sure what they want to do. Eventually gonna connect with siege tanks. Reynor is cleaning this up, and a flood of Zerglings is going to seal the deal. More drones are dying, but I'm not sure where. I'd rather keep my eyes on this. This is going very well for the Zerg. Roaches on the way, as well as reinforcement siege tanks, are set up nicely here, but this is a lot of losses. Show me the numbers. Wow, those are big numbers, actually. Total losses amounting over 51,000 for both players. Adrenal is going to finish up, and the next wave is being readied for the Zerg player. Corruptors. Oh, gonna spit. Is it spitting time? It's spitting time. Repairs, not going to work. Not very well. The Cyclones drawn out of position, and now this Zerg force can move in on the left side. More SCVs have fallen. Roach, Ravage are going to connect with the siege tanks, and I think this might just be the end of HeroMarine. This force for defense is mostly Hellions Cyclones. Will be able to flank from the right side, but more SCVs are dying off. Oh, and there's just no micro. HeroMarine taking a moment to digest that loss. Gonna have to tap out. Reynor shutting down the Hellclone marvelously. Very entertaining. If you enjoyed, be sure to let me know in the comments down below. Thank you guys for watching. As always, I hope you have a great day.